Welcome back, everybody. This is Tyler Weeb from Pro Physique, and it is prep update time. Yes, it has been another week. I say it a lot, but I just can't believe how fast that this is going by. We are only 3 weeks away from being halfway there to the first show, and it's just, it's flying by, which is pretty cool. Just thinking back on my last prep, it just felt like it just dragged by and took forever. But approaching with the different approach to this prep mentally, it's just flying by. I'm in such a better place mentally, professionally, life-wise, marriage-wise. Everything is just going fantastic. So I think that is helping contribute to just how fast that this prep is going. So quick recap on last week. We had only about a half a pound change in my weight. We went from 187.6 to 187.1. Paul was okay with it. He did not make any changes food-wise. We did add in some HIIT cardio, just to at least make some change, because we do want to be a bit more aggressive. We're looking at, a pound and a half a week would be ideal. And he warned me, hey, food's going to drop if this happens again. Fine, you know what, that's part of prep, right? So now going into the week, woke up Friday morning, 184.5. I was ecstatic. Sweet, there's the drop that we were looking for. I'm finding that the visual changes definitely are coming before the weight changes for me. I'm looking leaner, although that the scale is not reflecting that, and you'll see what I mean here in a moment. Because the very next morning, I jumped all the way back up to 186.8. So only 0.4 under what I had checked in at. And whatever, it's one day. But then I woke up the next day, hadn't budged. So I'm still 186.8. So at this point, again, I'm letting the scale mess with my head. Getting a little stressed, getting a little worried, which, it's not a good thing in prep. You do not want to be overly stressed. So Sunday morning, still 186.8. Wake up Monday morning, small drop, low 186s. Okay, fine. Hold steady there Tuesday morning as well. So I'm just hoping I just need 0.5 more, 0.6 more. Wake up on check-in day, 185.6. My body once again comes in through the clutch for me on check-in day. And we're seeing some great visual changes. The weight is starting to reflect that. And we get to keep the same macros this week, which I'm pretty excited about, because although some hunger is starting to set in between meals, this is definitely a doable macro spot for me. So I'm at 230 grams of carbs, 65 grams of fat, 235 grams of protein on my training days. One refeed day and then off day macros. So I can really make it work. I am able to really stretch those macros. I am able to, feel a little bit full after a meal. So I'm excited that I get to keep these macros for one more week, and we'll see what the body does this week. So like I said, some hunger is starting to set in between meals. I'm finding, particularly after my refeed day, the next 2 days I'm quite hungry, and that I'm just never really quite feeling full. So ways to manage your hunger while you are dieting. 1, stay busy. That is huge, because you will not think about hunger if you are able to stay busy. Now, that might change, as you get closer to show day, as hunger and your hormones really start to spike, nothing's really going to be able to take your mind off of it completely. But staying busy can help. It doesn't matter what it is. You're cleaning the house, you're working, you go for a walk. That's another big one. Go for a walk. One, you're getting your need up, which is going to help with the dieting phase. And two, you're just going to get out of the house where the food is. You're going to get your mind off food. You go for a 45-minute walk. It's great, neat. And you're just away from the house for 45 minutes. I've kind of timed it. I'm doing 1 or 2 of those a week. And what I do is I'll eat, typically on my off days, just because I have less carbs and I'm not moving as much. I will eat. I'll wait about an hour. I'm starting to get hungry in about an hour. I'll go for a 45, 50-minute walk. Come back. Well, I've only got to wait about another hour and a half to eat. Right? So it does kind of make, give you the perception of time going faster as well in between meals. 3, coffee, Diet Coke, branched chain amino acids, right? Just drinking water. Some things like that, just to kind of get your mind off the hunger and to help manage your hunger. You are also going to be having a lot more fiber, veggies, high volume foods with low calories, just so it feels like you're actually eating a lot without actually eating a lot. And that kind of brings me to my second thing, is that to go into prep, you have to be ready to eat pretty much the same thing every day. Now, you're probably going, well, flexible dieting, you can eat whatever you want to lose weight, and yes, that is true. But when you are in prep and when every single macro counts, when every single workout counts, when every little bit of detail needs to be there, you're going to want to make it as easy as possible on yourself. This is the way I at least view it, and the way I've been operating. And what's one way to make it as easy as possible is eat pretty much the same thing every day. I have the exact same breakfast every morning. It does not change because, one, I know it kind of fills me up. It's high in protein, low in carbs, and I can eat that, and it easily gets me to my next meal later in the afternoon. And boom, that's done. Now, I've been switching between ground beef and chicken, rice and potatoes. I have just some hot sauces that I use a lot of. On refeed day, I might make myself a homemade pizza, change it up a little bit then. But for the most part, they've essentially been the exact same thing every day. You know what? And that's just the way it is. You have to be prepared for it. I am totally fine eating the same thing every day. It does not bother me. I know some people need a lot of variety, so this might not be for you, but I would always encourage you to pick, just a few things and just kind of stick to those for prep, because that's just going to make it so much easier on you. So, other than that, it's been a good week. Anxiety has come down. I'm feeling a lot more relaxed compared to maybe earlier in the week. I had some high anxiety days. And for those who, have those days, they can be really tough. There's a lot that you don't want to do. And there's a lot that you're just worried about. And it's such an emotional response. And you're actually worried about nothing. Like, the stuff that you get worried about are not actually going to happen. It's all these what ifs. And the what ifs are kind of pretty crazy. But your mind tricks you into thinking that they're real and that they are going to happen. And you get yourself really, really worked up about those. So, had a couple high days of that. They were tough, but I'm thankful enough to have an amazing wife that supports me, and I'm able to talk to about these things, and she really helps me step back from the ledge. So we are relaxed now. Gonna keep that going. Hopefully, it's a battle every day, but it is what it is, and we deal with it as it comes. So yeah, I think that's gonna be everything for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. So just so you don't miss out on any more of these updates as we go along and I get closer to the stage. And again, if you have any questions regarding nutrition, training, my prep, your prep, whatever, shoot me an email. And the email is just right down below the little blurb there. I'd love to hear from you guys. So again, thanks for watching and have a great Wednesday.